Hey YouTube, I've been dying to do a review. This is the 13-inch MacBook Pro with an external GPU. We're going to play a little Final Fantasy 14, maybe throw something else up there. Alright, first let's get into it. Alright, I pulled this up already. You can see this has got the external GPU, the Radeon RX Vega 56. The only one that comes with, other one that comes with that with a Mac is the iMac Pro on a 13-inch laptop. And then we Thunderbolt 3, only thing going out of there. The one I got, I have the Razer Core version 2. Long story, I bought the Razer Blade, don't buy it. I bought the external GPU. Anyway, it's one of the best. And it looks cool as heck. All right. Get this to look good. Kind of. I think that'll have to do. Just let me refocus this. This is recording 4K on an iPhone 10, so you can zoom in and blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna do a Slacker Garuda hard. Hope for a fast queue. So I haven't done that one in forever. Anyway, that was just to show the graphics performance. It performs extremely well. Let's go to settings. I'm on the controller, guys. This is kind of rough. Alright. So you can see we're on a high Mac default settings. As for graphics settings, though, we are at 2K. Alright. There's something seriously wrong here. That's as high as I can go. I don't know what's going on here. But still, not bad. High settings. I could change some of the stuff. I'll show you if you want going around. Let's see. Let's max everything we can. Electronic. Let's go 16x. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's just do a quick pan around with that. Alright. There's no loss in frame rates that I can see. If you don't know this, you can go to system configuration. It shows your frames per second. The Mac client is supposed to be capped at 60 frames per second. I'm at 35. Sorry, it's supposed to be capped at 30 frames per second, 37, 39. You know, I'll go nuts here. You're not hurting it, especially at 2K. Alright, so I was going to jump into Rise of the Tomb Raider, which recently came out. That does full 4K on here also just as well, but I'm changing my mind. Let's get out of this. Let's just shut this down for simplicity. So I hate to admit it, but the truth is as well as that worked on a Mac, the true beauty of this is booting into Windows. So boot camp. I'm not a fan. I'm a huge Mac fan, but hey, sorry. If I go ahead and reboot this thing into Windows, it does full 4K, ultimate settings, no problem with the same exact configuration, and it's actually a little smoother than you just saw in 2K. But before we get into that, though, when we're talking about external GPUs, I want to show you a little gem that I found. This is the Sonnet Breakaway Puck. Okay, this has got a much weaker GPU. It has the Radeon RX 570, and it is the MXM version, but it is portable. I mean, you can take that in your laptop bag. I mean, it's a little bulky. You're not taking the Razer Core with you anywhere, okay? You basically got a desktop at this point. But, I mean, this is beautiful. You can take this with you. What I do with it, I normally have this right by my TV. Got my Thunderbolt 3 cable right here. And I just go nuts. Another advantage of Windows, I'm going to show you that you cannot do on Mac, is I'm removing the Vega RX. I'm going to go ahead and plug in. I do have a big cable here. Like I said, I want to put this by the TV. Just play by there. This external GPU, or any external GPU, can power the laptop by itself. Can't do it like that, though. Come on, John. Can actually power the internal laptop screen. The latest beta version of the Mac eGPU, I think it's .6 somewhere, maybe .5, will allow you to power the internal laptop monitor. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what's going on. but the game manufacturer actually has to enable that, and it's using whatever the latest codecs, I forgot what they're even called, for Mac are. So you're not getting that with most games. Anyway, you can't natively boot to Boot Camp on an external GPU on a Mac right now. You have to use EFI boot. I gladly post a video about how you do that, but if you just Google EFI boot Boot Camp eGPU, I'm sure you'll find it. This is me rebooting improperly. Let's see if I can get a good video of this. You can see AMD Connect technology down here. If you zoom in, I hope it's clear. I'll get in closer for the settings and whatnot. And again, using this little guy. Haven't played in a while. Let's just go. Of course, it's got to be nighttime, but. Just kind of want to show you what we got going on here. So if I go to system configuration, you can see there. Come on. I hope that shows, but that's at native resolution. That's 2560 by 1600. So that's significantly higher than what I was just playing on the native Mac version on the Vega 56. As for settings here, maximum, baby. Again, you can see it at the top. It's running around 30 frames per second. Of course, you could play around with this a little bit, but let me go back here and just run around a bit. Sorry, normally just reconnect the controller and all that other stuff, but and this is all powered by this. If you don't know much about laptop GPUs, so this is the MacBook 13-inch has an Intel Iris GPU. You'd be lucky if you could play at low settings at a low resolution. We're basically at maximum native resolution at maximum settings. You couldn't do this. If you don't believe me, I'll gladly post another video. Remove this, do it on the native GPU, and you'll laugh. It's, you know, you get about 3, 4 frames per second. So impressive. Any questions, let me know.